guys, happy Monday, and today's video is just going to be a channel updates video, so sharing with you guys some things that I'm going to be doing going forward so you know what to expect from me. I did write some things down, and then I'm just, as I'm going, if things pop into my head, this video might be a little bit spastic and all over the place, and quite honestly I might forget some things, so I might do an update to this in a couple weeks when I think of more things. But these are just some key things that I've been thinking about over the last couple of months, honestly. So 2016 was a really good year for me on YouTube. My channel definitely grew a fair amount, and that was really exciting. It's always nice to have new people come in and to start, you know, communicating with new people and seeing new ideas pop up in the comments. And I love your guys's feedback, constructive feedback, your ideas. I've learned so much from you. Probably I have learned more from you guys than you have actually learned from me. I really enjoy doing this, and I definitely plan to continue to do it through 2017. So let's just kind of get into what my thoughts are for this year. First off, things you will continue to see that have become sort of regular things on my channel are Friday favorites. I really love rounding up my favorites from the week and sort of summarizing them for you. Empties, both home fragrance and beauty empties, will always be on my channel every single month. Skincare updates I've been doing over the last few months, and I've really liked doing that. I just sort of round up the latest group of products that I've started playing with and just giving you guys some quick updates on how those things are going. What else? Oh, okay, let's talk home fragrance. So I will continue to do some home fragrance stuff on my channel. As you guys have sort of noticed, is I've relegated that type of video, anything related to home fragrance, for the weekend. So usually on Saturday I will upload a candle review. However, if I'm not planning on buying a bunch of home fragrance this year, and famous last words, right? I mean, who knows what will happen, but my goal is to really continue to work through a lot of my backstash of candles, wax melts, wallflowers, just go through that stuff and sort of start to whittle everything down. That's the big idea here. So in that, the weekend, like Saturday, candle or home fragrance related videos are going to turn into what I was burning this week. So it's just going to be a quick summary of everything that I burned that week, just some quick little reviews. If the products are available, I will obviously link them for you guys so you know where to find them. I don't have any big goals of trying a bunch of new like indie brands or anything. I've never really gotten into that, so that's probably not something I'm going to do. I know some of you have requested that, but it's just I don't know, like having to wait for releases and then like scrambling to get stuff before it sells out, just that hunt doesn't really appeal to me, and it just kind of sounds stressful. So it's probably not something I'm going to do a lot of, but I think I'm gonna mostly focus on just using what I have, and then if there's some new things that pop up that I'm interested in, I will continue to review those things. But otherwise it's just going to be mostly what I burned this week types of videos. I will, and so that means that 5 days a week it's going to be beauty videos. So those are like the regular like 5-day-a-week uploads. I am going to try to stick with 5 days a week as much as I can. Who knows what will happen later on in the year, but the goal right now is that I am able to do that for the rest of the year, but we'll see what happens when Stella goes to school in the fall. If I do decide to take on another job, then that means that I would probably maybe go down to 3 or 4 days a week, but you would still see content from me. This is not something that's going to be going away even if I decide to take on another gig. But we'll see when we get to that point. I will start, and this is something that I've been meaning to do forever because I always get questions from you guys. Undoubtedly, in every single video, there is someone that asks, what lipstick are you wearing? What eyeshadow are you wearing? What blush are you wearing? And I always, in the past, have had this intention to begin listing the makeup that I'm wearing. I'm not going to list everything. I'm not going to do like foundation, brow powder, mascara, eyeliner, or anything like that. But the main things that people tend to ask about are lipstick, eyeshadow, and blush. So I do promise to commit to putting those in the description box. As always, I will link anything that I'm talking about so that you guys can easily reference it and look at other people's reviews. So I will try to be better about filling that description box out completely so that you don't feel like you have to ask. So if you're curious about what's on my lips, it will hopefully be in the description box, so you'll be able to check there. Sorry, I'm looking around. I'm trying to there were all these things that were floating in my head where I was like, I should say this. I should get this out so that it's there. There's a big thing I'm kind of working up to here. So I'm trying to get all of the other stuff out of the way. So linking everything, telling you guys what I'm wearing. And I think that's like the little stuff that I just thought you guys should know so that it maybe makes it easier for you in the future to where you don't, have to wait for me to respond about, what I have going on. I'll never list fashion or anything like that because I don't, I wear the same thing every single day. You guys know that. I will continue to film in bulk. I have relegated myself to only doing YouTube stuff 3 days a week now. So that means that on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, while Stella is at school, that is the only time that I am going to focus on YouTube stuff. So that includes filming, responding to comments, filling out the description box, things like that. I'm only going to be doing that stuff on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. On Tuesdays and Thursdays and the weekends when she's home, I want to focus on her. We have a lot of practicing to do to get her ready for kindergarten. We need to start writing the alphabet. We need to start learning how to write numbers. She's going in that direction, but I need a lot more focus on that with her. And normally I've been working on YouTube stuff almost every single day for at least a couple of hours, and I can't do that anymore because it's taken up almost too much of my time. So I'm giving myself 3 specific days where I can record a bunch of videos, get them all ready to upload. That means that you're going to be seeing a lot of the same hair, a lot of the same makeup, a lot of the same just look overall. But that is what's going to work for me, and it will also allow me to stay on this sort of week ahead schedule, which is what I've been trying to do for the last couple of months. Is I try to record everything a week in advance, with the exception of Friday favorites. That's the only thing that is more live, I guess, on my channel, or more current. But everything else is gonna be pre-recorded stuff. So anyway, let's talk about the big thing. So cruelty-free. This is something that I have been having to explain multiple times a day in the comments section of my various videos. You guys know I have a lot of videos out there. When you upload 5 days a week, you have a shit ton of content. And when I first started this whole cruelty-free journey, I didn't intend for it to be something where I was necessarily a role model for somebody. I was just sharing with you guys what I was doing. And I really didn't see it turning into something that was negative for me, but it really has gone that route. And so here's what this is going to be going forward. I will continue to remain cruelty-free per my guidelines, which I have mentioned over and over again. So I will continue to purchase only cruelty-free products. I obviously never went through and threw everything that wasn't cruelty-free away in my makeup stash. I have used things, and if I've used them up, they're gone. I haven't repurchased them. I have given a lot of things away, but there still are things in my collection that are not cruelty-free. You will probably continue to see me use those things. You will see them listed in the makeup that I'm wearing on my face. That doesn't mean that I still support those companies per se. It is just, it's stuff that I don't want to waste or just toss. I just want to finish it and then not repurchase it. I have always been okay with parent company involvement. I know for some of you that is not okay, and that's fine. You do things the way that you want to do. And really, that's kind of, I guess, what I want to get across from you guys is you need to do what is right for you. You shouldn't worry about the way that I do it because that might not be the way that works for you. So for you, it might be better that you are completely vegan. It might be better that you don't purchase from companies like Too Faced and Becca and Urban Decay who have a parent company. You know, for you, and it might not even matter at all. You might not give a shit. Like, you just might not care about cruelty-free stuff at all, and that is fine. I have never wanted to push my way upon any of you. The way that I saw it is, if I use a product that I really like and can then recommend to you that is from a cruelty-free brand, and you choose to purchase that instead of something from Makeup Forever or from L'Oreal, then that's great. Like, that is really the only impact I've ever wanted to make, is just to have it be like a natural decision for somebody, not something that I'm cramming down your throat or telling you that you have to do it this way. That's not my personality. I don't care really what you do. What you do is completely up to you. And I know a lot of people have been like, just ignore people, block and delete. And believe me, I do. I block and delete people every single day. Like, I don't need the views. So if someone says something that is nasty or derogatory, or they're trying to purposely be snarky, which honestly, mostly it's just a lot of snarky stuff where I'm like, you know, if you're gonna be that way, then go somewhere else. Like, go do it to somebody else who wants to read this stuff. I don't care. Go find somebody else. And so I do that. I block and delete constantly. But really, truly, I'm going to continue on this journey, but it's not something I'm going to mention on my channel going forward. I'm trying to sort of wean out how many videos I have to explain myself in, because inevitably, you know, there are people who have genuine questions like, well, why are you okay with a parent company? Or, you know, why are you okay with this and not that? Like, there's a lot of questions, and I understand that, and I don't mind answering them. I mean, I do, in that it takes me a ton of time, and I'm honestly like just tired of answering those types of questions. So I'm trying to slowly like wean that type of stuff out. And so I'm just not going to discuss it anymore. I will put a disclaimer in my description box that will show you guys the blogs, or list the blogs that I use to reference the information that I get and how I choose to formulate my own decision. You know, I tend to follow a lot of the cruelty-free blogs that are out there. I don't do things exactly the way that they do, but I get a lot of useful information from them, and so that helps me filter and determine what is right for me. So I will always have that information listed in the description box. I need to work on getting that in there, so that's something that I have a goal of doing in the next couple weeks. So if you're ever curious, you can reference that. But I'm not going to go through my empties videos anymore and say, this is cruelty-free, this is not. I'm going to repurchase this, but I'm not going to repurchase this. I'm not going to get into that stuff anymore because I'm just over it, honestly. Like, this is something that was just a personal decision for me to start with, and I should have probably never even mentioned it on my channel. I know some of you are going to be pissed that I'm not going to talk about it anymore. And that's fine. I understand that. But just know I'm going to continue to do the same thing that I've done for the last like year or so. Nothing's gonna change. It's just not something that's gonna be like an active discussion that I'm gonna share with you guys. So in case you're wondering why that is changing like in future videos, now you will know why. I'm just kind of over it, and I do realize that it will be something that is disappointing to people, but you guys, there's so much shit that people will spew at you, and you know, yes, you can put in like keywords to like block certain comments and stuff, but like, and yes, you can block and delete, but at the same time, like, I just don't want to see any of it anymore. Like, this is supposed to be fun, and when it stops being fun, I either need to change something or walk away from stuff entirely. I'm not walking away from YouTube. I'm not walking away from being cruelty-free. Again, per what I think is right. I'm just changing the way that I present information, and that's just what it's going to be going forward. I do have to do what is right for me and what is going to make life easy for me. This is, you know, just a little, it's not a little, this is a side hobby that I have, but I don't need it to consume just everything. You know, I have this constant guilt of like, should I do things differently? You know, people want me to do, no, like, I'm gonna live my own life. I'm gonna do what is right for me, and that's it. So there you have it. You know, and it honestly, to be totally fair, a lot of the comments that bother me more than like the whole, you're not actually cruelty free unless you're vegan, unless you're this, unless you're that, unless you do this, or you throw everything away, like you can't consider yourself this and that. What bothers me more are the people who leave comments who are like, who gives a shit? It's just an animal, you know, like, why do you care? Like, that's what animals are here for. They're here to be eaten. They're here to be used for like whatever purpose we have for them. That kind of stuff honestly bothers me more. And those people, I don't even respond. I just block and delete them. Like, that kind of attitude I will never understand. Try to be very like patient and understanding about a wide variety of views. But that's the one that honestly I see a lot, and it bothers me more than any of the other stuff, to be completely honest. So I figure if I just stop mentioning it, eventually like that stuff will kind of peter out. There's a lot of older videos that I have that just don't get any views anymore, and that's, you know, that's great. Those videos will stop being viewed, and then going forward, there will not be as much explaining that has to happen. All right. I think that's all that I can think of for right now. I'm very much looking forward to this year. You know, not much is really changing. I'm just trying to improve things and continue to make things better. You know, over the years, I think camera quality has definitely improved. Me actually filling out the description box has improved. Trying to use thumbnails as much as possible. Trying to look a little bit more professional has probably improved, not by, you know, like huge leaps and bounds, but I've tried to make progress here and there where I can. I still don't edit my videos. I'm not even going to start getting into that. I don't know. My channel is what it is, and if you want something that is highly edited and the lighting is perfect, that's not the place for that. I don't want to spend the money on it. I don't want to spend the time on it. I don't want to spend the effort that goes into that. So anyway, if I can think of anything else, I'll do an update at some point. But as of right now, that is where things stand. That is what you can expect from me. Please let me know if you have any questions down below. And thank you guys for continuing to stick around. It's really amazing that there's so many people that watch my videos. It's honestly incredible to me, and I'm really thankful. And I've gotten to know some amazing people this way, and I look forward to getting to know, hopefully, even more people this year. So thanks a lot, you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.